What's up, everybody? Derek Source from Photo Portal here for the first video of 2024, y'all. Anyway, a little much. If you don't know who I am, my name is Derek Soares and I'm a photographer, filmmaker. I've been doing weddings and I've been doing client projects, I've been doing promotional videos, and now here in 2024, I'm planning to do so much more. It seems like every time I say that ends up with like nothing happening. I don't know if that's happened to you, but I've realized that every time I talk about something here on this YouTube channel, something that I want to do, I end up not doing it. So maybe I shouldn't say anything about what I want to do in the future. But what is coming right here, right now, today, for the first video of 2024, I picked up something recently. Yes, that's right. I bought a Canon Eos RP. Now I have a Canon EOS R, which I love. It's my favorite camera of all time. It's the camera that I use for everything. I have a Canon 70D, still a great camera. It's the camera that actually got me started in everything. A Canon 70D, if you've never used one or heard about it, it's just a great camera. It's a really good camera. You can do a lot with that. But I picked up a Canon EOS RP because I wanted something that has the similar video styles and looks the same, and the pictures will be the same. And the EOS RP has been that camera for me. I picked it up, I've been using it during the holidays, and I gotta say I love it. I find it's just like this little tiny beast of a camera that could just handle everything. Sure, it may be missing in the video specs. Sure, it may be missing in some of the photo specs. It's not like a sports camera that you want to use. But I'm tell you what, man, I think people are way too hooked on like specs and reviews, and they don't go out there and just try something for themselves. Because like I said, a Canon 70D was the first camera that I was using during my weddings when I first started out, and I got some great, amazing pictures with that. It's not necessarily about how many megapixels your camera has or how many, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not gonna look good. If you know what you're doing, you can make cell phone footage look good. You can take great pictures on an iPhone. You can take great pictures on your cell phones for sure. But when you really know everything that you're doing with a camera, you should be able to knock out some crazy pictures on whatever you're using. And the EOS RP for me, I think is gonna be my go-to vlogging camera for sure. And it's gonna be something that I use a lot. It's gonna be my second camera, but like a second camera that I use often. Not just a second camera that sits there in my bag as a backup in case something goes wrong. It is gonna be a camera that I will have strapped on me, 2 cameras, and I'll be rocking them weddings, and I'll be doing everything with them both, for sure. I'll tell you right now, this RP, people got it wrong. They come out with this like they just want every camera to have everything in the world in it. But do you really need it? Every camera can be used in a way to get something spectacular. Sometimes I have people go to me, yeah, well, you know, you got a great camera, that's why that video looks good. No, it's really not that. It's because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing properly so that I know what I'm doing, so that I can do everything I can to make it look right. If you watch people like Film Riot, they have a video where they're using a cell phone to do this whole scene, and people were freaking out. They asked, which camera do you think I was using? And people were talking about these amazing cameras, and in reality they were using a phone. They were using their cell phone, but just if you're using the right light, you're using the right angles, you're using the right shots, you're making a great story, it'll look good, it'll look great. You know, I've been thinking of getting into finding myself some real old school cameras to film with, you know, and get that really grainy look and see what I can come up with that. The first thing I filmed with the Canon EOS RP was my wife and my daughter making wonton soup. And that video looks great. And that was just me messing around fast, just testing it out. And I was very happy with the results, very, very happy with the results. The quality is there and you can do a lot with it. And I'm happy that I bought this camera. So also during the holidays, I took a lot of pictures with the RP, and the results are fine. The results are more than fine. The results are perfect. This camera is great. If you're talking megapixels, the EOS R and the RP are not that far. I think it's like 26 to 30. You know, like 30 is great, 26 is great. I mean, you know, it's more about the speed on the high speed shots, you know, like, you know, the EOS R is that, and the RP is the pros for me of this camera are, it is small, it is lightweight. You can have the adapter to be using your EF lenses, which I do right now. I got a 50mm RF, but I use the adapter quite often. Vlogging, great size with the flip out screen. That helps you quite a bit, so you can see what you're doing. I can see myself right now. I look pretty pasty white. Winter in Canada. The big con, the big problem with the USRP, to me, is the tiny battery. It's not the regular batteries that we're all used to. It's those little, what is it, like EP-17 or something camera batteries. So they're very small and they don't last too long. But if you pick yourself up 4 or 5 batteries, you're good to go. And Amazon, you could find a batch with like chargers of 4, you know, and for not an insane price. So in 2024, I think that the EOS RP is just fine. You know, if you have a lower budget, we're not all rolling in the dough, then this camera is for you. It is a great camera. It is a great starter camera, and it's a great piece of equipment to carry with you wherever you go. The EOS RP is by far underrated. It's got to be one of the most underrated cameras I've ever used or put my hands on. Yes, I tell you, there is a lot of great cameras out there. And if you're just buying a camera because you think like, oh, did you hear the specs on this thing, but you're not going to use half of it, then what's the big deal? To me, that's how I feel. What I think is best is to have a camera that works for you. Any camera that's in your hands at the moment of the time that you need to film something, go for it. iPhones, yeah, they're great. As long as you got good light and you're handling things properly, it's good enough. You know what I mean? I think that people get stuck in this equipment. I need this and I need that and I need this and I need that if I want to make this. You don't. You're just never going to get anything done because you're making yourself excuses to not do anything. So in the future, you're going to see a lot of stuff coming from the EOS RP from me. You may not even notice, but I think it's going to be a camera that I'm going to use a lot. It's going to be in my my vlog bag. Yes, and I have a video coming of what's in my vlog bag, what I bring around with me on a regular in case I just want to throw down a quick video. So guys, here, this is 2024. I hope that it's going to be my year. One day, I would love to be able to do this YouTube stuff just full time. When I think about what I want to do in my life, for some reason, I see a camera. I see a camera nearby me. That'd be the EOS R, the RP, or whatever the future camera might be for me. I just see myself with a camera. I see myself pulling out a camera, filming something, and being creative and editing and throwing some great music to it. And that's what I want to do, guys. My nose is running. Can you see it on camera? Hopefully that's not all ruined by a shine of snot. That would suck, because I'll have to redo this whole thing. It's kind of cold down here, a little bit cold. Anyway, keep posted, guys. Thanks for